And I want to essentially go over a process with you all where you can educate yourself for free, where you can get mentorship locally for free. Okay, so first and foremost, one of the first things you do, one of the first things I encourage everyone to do is to go ahead and go on YouTube. So as you gain an interest in real estate investing, the first thing you do is you begin to ask yourself, how do I get started? So take that term, type it into YouTube. How do I get started with real estate investing? Type it into YouTube and go learn from those videos. Whatever term you're interested in. So let's say, for instance, you're interested in subject to investing. I want you to type that into YouTube. Or you're interested in lease option investing. Type that into YouTube. Or maybe it's wholesaling, how to wholesale real estate. Type that into YouTube. Let's say, for instance, you're interested in different contracts. Same thing. How do I fill out a contract? Type that into YouTube. Get as educated as you can, as much as you can, right? You have to go ahead and go through your own process. So if you want to learn how to make cold calls, type that into YouTube. Type in, how do I make cold calls as a real estate investor? Type that in. Then what I want you to do is to take that same concept and type those terms into Google and see what you come up with. You'll come up with an entire library of terms and information that will allow you to begin to gain the knowledge that you need to begin to close deals. Type all of those terms into YouTube. Then type all of those terms into Google. Then what I want you to do is this. If you have a question about something that you're not clear about after you've done those two, I want you to type whatever that term is, then I want you to type in bigger pockets. So for instance, go to Google. I want you to type in wholesaling bigger pockets. If you're interested in vacant land, I want you to type in vacant land bigger pockets. If you want to know how to fill out contracts, I want you to type in how do I fill out contracts bigger pockets. What I'm teaching you all to do is to begin to educate and help yourselves to educate yourselves about real estate investing. If you do those three things, type in terms in that are curious to you in Google, in YouTube, and then use the term, whatever term it is, and then put bigger pockets in the end, doing those three techniques will give you a library of information. A library of information. Now, after you have gone through that process and real estate investing is still challenging to you, what I want you to do is this. I want you to take the time to go down to your local real estate investment club. Go down to your real estate investment club and begin to network. Now, if you can't find your local real estate investment club, I want you to click on the links in the description. I'm going to have a national link in the description that will allow you to find your city and state's local real estate investment club. Go down to your local real estate investment club. What I want you to do is go ahead and begin to network with other individuals. Start talking to them, or just go ahead and go there. If you're going there for the first time, just go ahead and listen, because it may be a little intimidating. Now, as you begin to get your feel of it, work your way around the room a little bit, what I want you to do is I want you to think about connecting with maybe one of the big wigs, somebody who's a major player in the room. And what will typically happen is there might be, chances are there will be other individuals around this person, whether that's a man or a woman. Okay. They will stand out to you. And I will tell you this, the closest way to get to them, the closest way to develop a connection with them is not just talking to them, but the next time you go to that real estate investment club, is you come there with a deal. What do I mean by that? So you take all of these terms, all of the things that I'm talking about, Number one. Number two, I'm going to have a video in the description named How to Get Started. How do I get started? You follow that video and you contact no less than 300 people. You go at it. You contact people, and you contact people, you contact people. And then finally, you go ahead and get a deal under contract. Now, you want to contact at least, I'm going to say at least 300, if not 300 to 500 people, because you want to go ahead and get a deal under contract with a lot of equity. You go ahead and you get that deal under contract with a lot of equity. You take that deal to your next local real estate investment club, and you contact with that big shot real estate investor. And you let that investor know that you have a deal under contract with a lot of equity. And what you would like to do is to go ahead and split the deal with them if they show you the business. Once again, you're bartering, okay? You're not coming out of pocket. You're bartering with them. You need their help to close the deal, and you need to learn the business. Okay, so how you get mentorship for free essentially is you bring them a deal with a lot of equity. Number one, that's going to stand out to them. Number one. Number two, as they see a lot of meat on the bone, a lot of equity, a lot of profit to be made off of this deal, they should be more than willing to go ahead and help you in and through the process of closing that deal. But even though you will make money on that deal, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the education that they are going to go ahead and teach you. They're going to go ahead and show you how to market this deal properly, how they went about attracting buyers for this deal. Once you go ahead and you get the contract signed between you and the seller, what do you do next? This individual will teach you those things. Now, the reason I'm saying locally, focus on somebody locally, because most of you are focusing in your local market, which is great. Focus in your local market. Find somebody in your local market that knows your local market, that is closing deals in your local market. Somebody willing to take the time to go ahead and do that in your local market. As you go ahead and you go through that process and you bring a deal, a real deal to this individual. What do I mean by a real deal? A deal that has equity. What is equity? That's value minus the amount of debt owed. If that property has a lot of equity and they see that they can go ahead and make some money, they should be more than willing to go ahead and to show you how to go ahead and to close a deal. Now, after you have gone through that process and they have educated you, you all have developed a relationship, go find some more deals and work with them. If you have gone through this process and you have not been successful in, number one, finding somebody to help you to close a deal locally for free. Now, what I mean by free is this. Free is it's not coming out of your pocket. You're bartering with equity. Once again, you're bartering with equity, with a potential profit in that property. So that's not costing you, you're not coming out of pocket with anything. Now, if that doesn't work out, what I want you to do is to continue to get information, right? Join Facebook groups. Begin to network with others in your area. You should be doing that from day one anyway. Network with others in your area. See what they know. Are they really doing deals? If you have been hitting it hard for 6 months and you have not closed a deal after contacting 300, 400, 500 people, 1,000 people, and you have not closed a deal, I would, if I were you, now I can't tell you what to do. Find somebody in your local market where you can go ahead and pay your resources to them. Maybe that's somebody you're in Arizona. Maybe you're in California. Find somebody who's knowledgeable about your local market and invest with them. If you have not closed a deal and you've been hitting this hard for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and you haven't closed the deal, consider investing in somebody in their market. Okay, you're in Texas. Find somebody in Texas to go ahead and invest in. Find somebody that you can go ahead and connect with in that area. If you have gone through your process of elimination and you have, number one, done all the research yourself and you can't close a deal yourself. Number two, you have not seemingly brought a deal to a local, either a local partner or a local mentor or a local investor, and that just has not happened, then I'm going to ask you to go ahead and consider to invest in somebody in your local market. They know your market. When you choose to invest your funds, your resources with somebody locally, make sure you follow them. Just them. Don't go online and try to follow this person and that person and do all these different things. And no, just go ahead and follow them. I'm going to also encourage you all, when you join real estate investment groups, what you want to do is not just network with people. As you have questions, ask them. As you have questions, ask them. As you have questions, ask them so that you can go ahead and get the answers. Okay, you may be a part of 5, 10, 15 different groups. That's great. That's phenomenal. Are you closing deals? Right? Are you closing deals? So Facebook groups are a powerful thing. Networking is a powerful thing. Okay. But as you have gone through this entire process, towards the end, if you're still not closing deals and you have all the help in the world, you have people locally that you network with, that's great. Are they closing deals? If you have others that at the local real estate investment club, as you have hired someone, is that working out for you? In terms of your self-education and educating yourself, is that working out for you? If you have gone through your entire process and then towards the end, you just say, you know what, Gerald, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, cool. Then go ahead and find somebody locally that you can go ahead and invest in. And I'm going to back up a little bit and ask you, anybody that you're connected to, even though they have a lot of education, are they closing deals? Anybody that you're connected to, any groups that you're connected to, if they're closing deals, then you should be closing deals. Period. However, I would tell you to go through your entire process of elimination. Educate yourself. Try to close deals yourself. If that does not happen, with getting all the free information that is out there, if that does not happen, find a mentor where you can go ahead and barter and exchange the equity within a deal that you find in exchange for their help, their education, their mentorship. That's really essentially going ahead and getting it for no cost out of your pocket, as long as you have a deal. And then number three, go ahead and start networking with people locally. Start getting on local, and you should be doing it in the beginning. Connect on local Facebook groups to begin to educate yourself and ask a lot of questions. Another thing I will go ahead and add in there is go to biggerpockets.com and sign up for a free account. It's free. Okay. So I would tell you this. As you have things that pop up, one of the questions I get is, Gerald, well, I don't have contracts. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Look at the link in the description. I will have contracts for you. Well, Gerald, how do I calculate rehab costs? Once again, type that into YouTube, type that into Google. If you need a rehab calculator, I'm going to have that link for free in the description. Well, Gerald, how do I find out these different properties, these different houses, who owns the house, etc., etc.? I'm going to have a free 50-state search in the description for all of you, so you can all go ahead and do your own research. The whole goal here is because there's a lot of education. A lot of people will tell you that there's a ton of education online for free. There's a ton of help out there for free. If you are not closing deals and it doesn't happen and you're doing it for free, then I would tell you go through your entire process of elimination. Towards the end, if it has not worked out, you've contacted a ton of people. If it hasn't worked out towards the end, contact somebody locally that will assist you in closing deals. Do your research. There's a lot of great people out there. There's a lot of people that say a lot of different things, right? But go through the process of closing deals and hire somebody to go ahead and compensate them to go ahead and assist you in closing deals. Do your own research for free. I'm telling you this because it does work. It works for a lot of people. Now, if you're in a situation where you don't have a lot of time, okay, it may take you a little bit longer to go ahead and close deals, but there's a ton of free information that is out there. I have a YouTube channel with over 50,000 subscribers. I got a Facebook group with over 20,000 members in the group, and people are helping people in there. I'm going to tell you to go ahead and go through your process of elimination. After this video, there should be no excuses, because there's a lot of help and a lot of assistance out there, and a lot of free information that is out there. It's all over YouTube. You all know it. Okay, so if you need a free 50-state search, that link will be in the description as well. If you want to connect on my Facebook group, that'll be in the description as well. Okay, so go through your process of elimination. And then towards the end, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to encourage you, find somebody in your local area, whether that's somebody who's knowledgeable about real estate that's already closing deals, whether that is a local mentor or a trainer or whatever that is closing deals. You take the time to go ahead and to talk to them and compensate them for their time. If you or your associates or whomever you're working with, if you all are not closing deals, then go find somebody else out there who is closing deals. It's as simple as that. Oh, and for a lot of you that are out there that are profess to be trainers, mentors, educators that are consistently bombarding my Facebook group, if you want to educate yourself about how to develop and grow your own Facebook group, as well as your own social media and your own YouTube channel, I will have links in the description for many of you as well. No excuses, right? So go through your process of elimination. You know, take the time to go ahead and share this video with others that may not know, you know, how to go about educating themselves, how to go about finding one person to go ahead and connect with. Nobody's making a video like this and telling you all how to go ahead and get free training, free mentorship, free this, free that. You know what I mean? So go ahead and go through your own process. Everybody is different. You may be younger, you may be older, you may be frustrated, you may have been, how can I say, hitting your head against the wall one too many times where it's just like, Gerald, it doesn't work. No, it works. It works. One of the biggest things you have to overcome is mindset. Mindset. You know, getting around and beginning to read different books, getting around other individuals that truthfully are successful, that truthfully are closing deals. Okay, so I'm going to have all the links in the description, as well as a link to my calendar as well. I have 15-minute consultations. I take it on a week-by-week basis. If you all would like to go ahead and discuss something, now that I have that up, feel free to go ahead and contact me. My time is definitely limited because I am so crazy busy these days, but this is it. This is it. This is how you go ahead. You get free mentorship and training for you all that are real estate investors or who aspire to be real estate investors. Take this video and share it with somebody. Have them go ahead and go through their own process of elimination. Okay? And give yourself some time. Don't be too hard on yourself, but just know this. If you haven't contacted 3, 4, 500 people, 1,000 people, and you say this thing doesn't work, you just need to keep going. Okay, there's something that you potentially have to tweak, right? Because, and this is the thing, there's more than one way to go ahead and to find motivated sellers. There's a lot of people who are cold calling. There's a lot of people who are utilizing social media, right? There's a lot of people that are doing bandit signs. They all work. They all work. The question is are you working them? Are you staying consistent to the point where you begin to master one thing? So this is Gerald. Links are going to be in the description. And no excuses. No excuses. And I have everything in the description, guys. All the I just linked directly to my store. Make sure you download all 3 of those. One of them is a free 50-state property search. The other are free contracts. And the last one is a rehab calculator. Download those 3. Those 3 will help you with your real estate investing journey, at least in the beginning. Okay. And I'm going to also have my scheduler in the description. Should you all need to have a one-on-one conversation or something like that, all the links are going to be in the description, guys. You all take care. Have a good one.